Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Magical Human Show. This is in celebration of the new Oak Moon, which happened on Wednesday, which I believe was 2 days ago. And that is where I'm at. I've been to Avebury in between, and that has
Heck.
completely sent me
Yeah.
into a different dimension, which is what we all would expect from a trip to Avebury. And I'm welcomed as always with my beautiful colleague, June Tranmer,
Good afternoon,
Oracle of the North.
Oracle of the North. I love it. I love it. Well, how are you today? I'm like I feel like I'm on holiday for some reason. I don't know. I've just had this urge to not really push myself. Well, it's been going on for a while, hasn't it? And I just feel no pressure. And I'm just getting things done when I feel like doing them. And if I don't feel like doing them, they can wait. And there's outside pressures that people are trying to go, do this deadline. And I'm going, just wait.
Well,
Just
interestingly,
wait.
Mars is in Virgo. So
Mm,
that's a much kind of cooling down of his energy and his need to kind of rush around and burn bright in Leo. So it could be, and I feel the same, this kind of taking the pressure off, but still getting things done. But Virgo's a humble energy, and Virgo is also about health. So
mm.
I feel that people are putting energy into their self-health. And then you've got the whole solstice, which was about the heart and
Yes.
kind of coming into your kind of, I felt very much sovereignty and loads of solar downloads. So I think a lot of people are feeling this just not particularly that sociable, very high levels of self-care or self-awareness going on where people are just like,
Mm,
okay, actually, what do I want to do, not what should I be doing?
mm, mm. Exactly. So I'm not that special. I'm just doing the same as everybody else.
No, but you're talking about it. You've got the words to describe it. So other people that are going, what's wrong with me? Why have I got little
Uh-huh.
limited get
Yeah,
up
well,
and
that
go?
is true. There are people coming into the clinic going, I'm just feeling really weird. I just feel, I'm going, you're not the only one.
Exactly. You're a leader for your community. So you're saying, hey, listen, it's okay. This is what's going
Yes,
on.
just
So
relax.
100%.
Let
And
it happen.
let's talk about oak. So what do we got with oak? We've got king of the forest, oak, masculine energy, summer energy, fire energy, and oak. I was just doing a healing on someone just now, and I was just like, let's think about the fact that oak is about the like is going to have really strong, deep roots. It takes its time. It's a heartwood. So, if you look at the center of a slice of oak, it's very dark in the center. All the lines are tightly packed together because that heart takes life to build. Life experiences packed in tight, and that holds it steady. And
Mm,
oak is the king of the forest, supporting 2,000 other species of life. It's that kind of, but it's there. It's just being. And maybe the
yes,
energy of this time is because we're under this oak moon is just
be.
being so we can give to ourselves so we can support our communities because we are
Mm,
regenerating.
absolutely. Allow ourselves to be as still as an oak. They do not like, for example, with aspen, they blow with every single breeze and bend, and willow is all, but oak is just, I don't care what happens. I'm here. I'm
Mm,
fine.
I'm
I'll
here for
just,
you.
I'll
And it
just grab
draws
a book. I
lightning.
want to show you a book.
Oak draws lightning as well. So it protects from kind of attacks of lightning and sudden unexpected things. So
Ah,
you quite often see oak trees have been struck by lightning. So that's something worth
have you
knowing.
read this?
Reflections of
Quercus
a
tree.
tree. No, who?
It's fabulous. It's a friend of mine told me about it, and Meek is the little extra story at the end about a dog. But it's spoken from the point of view of the tree, which
Hopefully
which
that
which
means
is an
something.
oak tree, and it's just amazing. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I was lying in bed this morning reading until
And
just
you can
recently.
give us the link for this afterwards for all of because I'm born under an oak moon. I've got my birthday next week.
Ah,
So
yes.
oak is very important to me.
Oh. Oh, there's so
Uh,
much going on.
And also this kind of oak as well as in this manifestation energy. So sun helps us manifest, but oak does too, because it's got the kind of whole acorn like wealth kind of, and acorns being so nutritious and sacred. So
Mm,
so I want everyone to think about that. And also when I was drawing up, I was working with the roots and the ancestors this morning. And I realized that this was like manifestation energy of the ancestors was bringing up the wealth within our ancestry, the gold bits, the bits that are worth celebrating, instead of drawing up all the negativity and which we have to do as well. But this time it's about drawing up that kind of what is the wealth of what you've been gifted by your ancestors? Draw up that into your body to help you become
I
robust and
totally
more
agree.
kind of sovereign in who you are.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's really valid.
Yeah.
Um,
Ancestral karma doesn't just mean all the bad bits.
no.
It's like bringing up the yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
So
writing this
yes, the
down.
time of stillness. And Virgo means health. So yeah, looking after health and yeah,
Yeah.
lots of people looking at from my perspective, a lot of people looking up giving up vapes. And what I'm hearing is
Good.
the fact that the vape withdrawal is worse than the cigarette withdrawal, is pretty much worse than anything people have experienced. And it's putting people through agony. So if you vape, and you come and see someone like me or whatever, here's for a bit of hypnotherapy, or June for a bit of acupuncture. If you're nearby her, she can do her stuff up in York or around that area, then be aware that when you come to the other side, before you give that up, you have to be prepared for a period of pain, physical pain, emotional pain, and you need to make sure you've thought about what you're going to eat, what supplements you're going to take. I've heard about a supplement called Silogit, which I can't get out of my head, which is apparently from the Himalayas. It's a mineral kind of salt thing. It's like loads and loads of minerals. And you take that, and that can help because the vaping is full of toxic metals. So, and I've really been thinking about this. I was thinking, cigarettes are one thing because it's still a tobacco leaf. Yeah, it's coated in 4,000 chemicals and the butt is full of horrible things.
And the
So,
paper.
yeah, just a whole lot.
Mm,
But a vape is not even that. It is just pure chemicals. And
mm,
there's not enough research and it is toxic as fuck. So I
mm,
heard that, excuse for the F word. Then I saw this thing about this guy that was saying that, in fact, I met a woman at a market who said, I said, "Do you want some natural sun protection cream? I have one left in stock and I'm not making any more." And she said, "I don't use suntan cream because I think it's a myth." She said, "I don't wear sunglasses because that stops your body. When you put the sunglasses on, it stops your eyes sending a message to your body about how much sunlight there is in order to produce the melanin required to keep your skin safe." I'm interested, kind of halfway there. Then
mm.
this guy was going on about sun cream, which I know about, but he was saying the only reason people get burnt is because of the amount of metals they have in their bodies. So I was thinking people that vape must have a significant sunburn issue. And if you get rid of the metals in your body, which you can do, there's like sprays and things like that. Zeolite is excellent for getting rid of it. Coriander is really good as an essential oil for getting rid of that activated charcoal. Then you won't burn so much. So
Mm.
those are my wisdom shares for you to tell me what you think, June.
I agree with the woman about the sunglasses. I've stopped wearing sunglasses. People wear them because they don't want to get wrinkles, because they don't want to squint.
I've never
I mean,
thought
it's
of
just such utter nonsense. So and you know what? I'm squinting less. This is what's interesting. I'm going out in the full sun and I'm not feeling the need to squint. Whereas when I wore sunglasses and I took them off, I was then squinting. You see what
that.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Um, I have very fair skin. I don't seem to burn, but I don't go out lying in the sun.
Exactly.
Um, but I do get a fair amount of sun going out and about, walking and cycling and so on and so forth, and in pottering around in the alleyway garden. By the way, my copper wires
Yes.
are doing amazing things. The green beans, the French beans, are growing right to the top of the 6 foot pole, and I'm going to have to prune them because they won't stop. They're just going to go, where am I going
Oh
next?
my God. I need to
Yeah,
get copper
yeah.
wires. I still haven't got any.
Yeah, yeah. Wires.co.uk, all the different sizes, but just buy all of them and play with them and see which ones are the best. Wrap them around the canes and have the little spidery things on the top, and it's amazing. My sweet peas have been battered by the wind a little bit, but they're still hanging in there. They're hanging on with their little fingers.
Wow.
So yeah, so everything's growing really well. But yeah, I mean, I think being out, we need to be out. Honestly, we got to
Oh,
stop being. I've got so many kids coming to me. Their parents are bringing them with hay fever.
mhm.
So many people with hay fever, and I don't think it's just about being allergic to nature because what the hell is that? I mean, that started when, my grandparents, my parents, my grandparents, they never had hay fever. Nobody
It's
had hay fever.
spraying and other chemicals in the air, really, that
It
have,
is. It
and
is.
people
Yeah.
being dehydrated and people being full of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
I found on Solstice, I ran my ceremony over midday because I wanted to be where the sun was at its highest, and I'm glad I did that. But I was
Mm.
out in the direct sunlight without, I mean, I had my natural sun cream on my face as such like that, but I wasn't really wearing a hat because I wanted to draw it all in. Not a
Yeah.
single burn on me. No
No,
weakness, no nothing. And I was like, oh,
no.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I think it is very interesting. And I think I keep trying to explain to people that plothering things that stop your skin from breathing, it's just such not a great idea. You will get repercussions and you will have the body trying to excrete whatever you've stopped getting out. Same with armpits.
oh, I
I can't
know.
even use I can't even use so-called natural deodorants anymore.
No,
The
oh,
only
I
thing
make
I
my
can
own.
use is the salt, a
Yeah,
salt.
that's what I use. I use a salt rock and I make
Mm,
my own spray. So I'm
mm,
spraying nice things into my armpits with apple cider vinegar.
mm.
Like, put some essential oil,
Yeah.
put things that are going to help the immune system. That's clearly why we're not burning.
There's so many adverts on social media for natural deodorants, and one of them has still got flippin' aluminium in it. And I'm going, wait a minute, wait a minute. We're not going back to that. Surely most people understand that you should not have antiperspirants because you have to let stuff out. And if you don't, you will get
The
repercussions.
young people don't know that. My daughter insists on wearing it because the idea of wearing anything that makes her smell is too much. And then I noticed in the supermarket, because she buys this stuff, that they claim 78 hours of dry
78.
armpit. And I'm like, or 72
No.
hours. I'm like, what the? And also, why are you not washing your armpits for 72 hours, you dirty thing? It's like I am going the other way. I mean, I can't. I speak to my daughter, I tell her all this stuff, but she's
You can
doing
only do
the
your
best
best.
thing
Yeah, she will.
because
Yeah.
I'm her mother, so she must do everything that's, Superdrug recommends and not her mum.
Yep.
But I'm recommending to people, and I'm saying this to people that come and work with me, can you please consider showering in the morning and showering in the evening? I don't, I'm not advocating for long showers or anything like that. I'm advocating for energetic cleansing. Clear yourself from dream world, clear yourself from your day work, especially if you are a healer. Wash it off. It isn't yours. Let water carry it away. So I'm really
Mm,
advocating that at the moment. So there's no need to wear deodorant because if you're washing twice,
yeah.
a bit of salt,
Yeah.
nothing else. And also
Yeah.
it's what you're eating, your smell of what you're
Well,
eating.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know how people go on about I don't eat asparagus because it makes my pee smell.
Love
But
asparagus.
the reason for that is it smells like damp wool because it's clearing damp out of the body.
Oh my God, that's so fascinating. And I don't really smell after I've eaten asparagus.
Oh, do you not?
I do not.
Maybe you have no damp to remove.
Or maybe I've been working so hard that I don't have any damp. But next
Yeah,
time I'll make sure I just don't notice it. It's not
no.
particularly like,
No,
oh,
it's not. It's just like, oh yeah, because I mean, you would, if you were really aware, you would notice other smells. I mean, the other things that you've been clearing that have come through, that's what we're supposed to notice. What's the quality of our wee and our poo? Because that tells us about our health.
I do notice all of that, but because I take a lot of
Mm.
vitamin C, my pee is always vitamin C color pee. So,
Well,
and
of course,
I
there's
swear
that.
by it. On Tuesday this week, I had on Monday night, so I healed all weekend. I went to two events and then I did some more healing on the Monday and ran a circle. And by Monday evening, my head was just like this. Haven't had a headache like that for I don't know how long, to the point where on Tuesday I had to cancel two of my clients, never do that, and stay the whole day in bed. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be going away on Wednesday. This is horrendous. I know, and I'm going away. It's so special. And oh, anyway, vitamin C, loads of it, dissolvable vitamin C, Rife machine, and diffusing lemon and peppermint oil for the cleansing.
Mm.
Managed to go away. Haven't looked back. But I
Yeah.
was in agony. I couldn't move my head far
Oh,
off the pillow. I couldn't even go to the toilet properly because the pressure was
oh,
so awful. I mean, I know it was about, working all weekend, like after a long week, to maxing out on the healing. And that's fine. And I needed to do that. But I think I was going
yeah.
to have to be felled like that because I wouldn't have chosen to let people down on any level. And
Well,
it's
it doesn't happen all the time. This is a very
that's random.
unusual situation. You're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that every week, so it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it's just the solar.
Well, there's that. See, there's that the other thing. There's a lot of solar activity right now, and that's affecting people. Somebody said to me, I was sitting next to three spark meters for a whole day on Wednesday,
By
and
choice,
yeah, well, it's in my clinic. I have to get them removed still. I can't.
or put some obsidian around them, or some
I've got obsidian in there. I've got
shungite. I
shungite,
need
shungite
spider
and
plants
shungite and black turmeric, all the black stuff, and
and
tinfoil
spider
and
plants.
tinfoil.
Spider plants, June.
Oh, I can't. They can't go in the cupboard.
No, but they can
They
go on top
don't.
of it or on your desk.
No, I can't. Spider plants and me. They remind me of 70s bed sits, and I just can't. I just can't. I've got plenty of other plants. It's all right. But yeah, I came out with a headache there, and I hadn't been doing that much healing, so I think it was that. But somebody said sun, and I went, no, I don't think so.
What
No,
day was that?
Wednesday.
Okay, mine was Tuesday, but maybe it was, maybe there was
It could have
just
been the solar flares.
kind of like
Could have been.
upload,
Hmm.
download, load.
Load. Made me want
Wide
to lie
load,
down. Yes,
spiritual wide load. Yeah, but these things happen, and
yes.
yeah,
But as long as we know what to do, I mean, that's the main thing. Can I just interest you in something that happened also on Wednesday? Well, it was
or the new
the new
moon.
moon as well. Yeah, it could have been that. Um, because what this other astrologer who I talked to on the new moons, well, I listen to really, I don't talk to him, I listen to him. He's talking about for the next 15 days from the new moon, it's a good time to heal broken relationships.
Yes.
So I thought that was a good thing to bring today. Our
Yeah.
seeds that we're planting this month, either physical or spiritual or emotional or whatever, um, will grow into fruition at the time of the full moon in Cancer, which is in 6 months' time.
And this is because the new moon was in Cancer. So
That's
that will
exactly
be
it.
why it'll be about healing family relationships,
Yes,
domestic,
yes.
which is
And if the seed does not come to fruition, we can then let it go. I
so
thought that
so
was,
what you're saying is if people have broken family relationships, they can plant a seed at this time for the next 15 days from Wednesday, so from the 25th, 15 days on from that,
mhm,
for healing in those relationships. And if they do not change by the full moon in 6 months' time, then they can leave your life with grace.
yeah,
I'll be planting a few seeds.
well, you can leave their life with grace, whichever. Take yourself out of it. Mm.
Well, I'm the center of my life as you are of yours, so they will leave my
Well,
orbit.
that's true. That's true. Yeah. And talking about Saturn keeping us grounded at this time. so we don't get too carried away by the Jupiter partying.
Yeah, and I have to say, well, that would happen with me anyway because I can't party like that. So I've got a
Well, yeah,
party on Saturday with a lot of my friends, and it will be quite gentle
yeah.
because we just have to be careful to pace, and there's too much going on. And I think as you become more enlightened, you become lighter and you become a lightweight because you literally can feel so much more because you're so much more in tune. So your levels of self-care have to go up because the consequences are far reaching, further reaching.
Yes. Yes.
So it kind of it dulls you. And because this experience of being enlightened is so pleasurable, why would you want to limit that?
Well, there you go. Exactly. Exactly. I just want to find this other thing that I stumbled across that I thought you might like. There's something on Instagram that jumped up at me and I saved it because it's
Mm.
about the moon and it's about when we were born, which moon we were
Yeah,
born
yeah.
under,
I
like
always,
full
yeah.
or
Whenever I do people's astrology charts, I always tell them their moon phase and then ask them to go off and write them all down throughout the whole year, especially if it falls on the day they were born. So the day you've got a reference for the day you were born of the week. So you can work out like I'm a Friday. So Fridays are sacred for me. So Friday on a waning crescent moon is sacred. So all the kind of waning crescents, or yeah, so you have all the moon phases and it means what kind of person you are. So as you said, you're a waning crescent as well, aren't you?
I'm a waning gibbon.
Oh, gibbous.
Gibbon.
Gibbous. I'm a waning gibbon. So yes,
Gibbous, gibbous.
a gibbous. So yeah, you're far more about community than you are about the self. So people on the wax are more about themselves, being independent. Waning
Mm.
is more about community and that kind of thing. And yeah, so you're
Where were you? Where was the moon when
I'm
you
waning crescent.
waning crescent? Ah, well, what she says about that is that you are one to do the completion of things and things that, you know, need to come to fruition. I'm wise, apparently.
Oh, we know that. We do know that.
Not 100% of the time, but generally speaking,
Yeah,
at my
you are.
core.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Mostly come back to that. And yes, and what this guy said, his name is Litmus Freeman, in case you want to know. That woman was Love Again Jen. Anyway. Um, and Litmus Freeman said that using this energy of the new Cancer
and
moon is to inject some love into the collective, which is so needed right now.
nurturing mother love, may I say, that it's that kind of love, not
Yes.
this is not a carte blanche to go around shagging everyone. This is about
Oh,
nurture,
no,
nurture love. Sorry,
no.
June. My cheeky sense of humor coming out there. This isn't a gem.
Or yeah, I mean, it probably isn't a really good idea to go around hugging everybody that you see either. Just like kind of just in your meditations, send love out and do the 7 o'clock every evening, sending love to the world. That's a good thing to do too.
We send love down. I get people to send love down into the ley lines of earth, and then it can be carried to
Yes,
the people that need it through the soles of their feet. That's how I.
that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, lots to
So
talk
I
about next
think,
week. So
yeah,
we wish everybody a happy and wholesome new moon in Cancer. Think about planting some seeds for those relationships that are still playing around your mind, I guess, because you may have put some of them already to bed, but ones which are broken that you wish to repair. Sending love out and looking after self at this time is very, very important. And with it being Cancer, it's like domestic, family, that kind of home. You don't have to have a family. You can have a soul family, a light family, people that you're naturally drawn to, and kind of coming together and community. For that's what Cancer is about. Very much so. So we'll put the links of everything we've spoken about in the bio. Is there anything else you want to say, June, before we I was going to say
No, I think that's it.
slither
And even
off.
if you need to tell somebody something difficult, do it with love.
Yes, that's true. And we will slither off because we're still in the year of the snake and we're golden snakes now. We're in our wisdom, we are in our crone phase, and we're wearing it with pride. So much love, everyone, and we will see you again soon.